Wahoo! What do we think, chat? Who's ready to pay $80 for video games? I'm not. I'm not ready. Ugh. I probably would pay $80 to watch Cale Makar score 30 goals, though, to be fair. Whew. Yeah, didn't everyone think it was going to be 500 and it ended up being 450? I do think, and like, don't get me wrong, I'll get a Switch 2 eventually, but all of the launch titles I have almost no interest in. Like 90% of the Nintendo Direct was like, here's this video game that's 3 years old that's coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm not a super big Donkey Kong fan, so that didn't do it for me. New Mario Kart looked cool though. Is Columbus cool? I've never actually been to Columbus. Yeah, I don't even know. It's so hard to like calculate that stuff. I watch a bunch of like content creators from like Australia too, and they're like, this thing is 700 Australian, and I have no clue what that is in American dollars.
Dollary dues is incredible.
Because NHL scheduling is dumb. Honestly, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for the Avs, though. To have 4 days off before the playoffs start, I think is kind of a good thing for them. You get to kind of clear up any nagging injuries. You get to be fully rested and refreshed going into the playoffs. It's not like a long enough break that you're worried about rust. It's not like a 10-day or week long break. It's only 4 days. So I think it's just about right for Colorado. And the Avs immediately give up a 4-on-2. But Columbus is bad and don't get a shot off. So it's fine. Everything's great. You're like 10 seconds ahead of me, Tiff. Live the
Sorry,
dream.
I'm at the bar.
Must be nice. All right. The start of this game has been weird. Both teams have just sent rush chances that haven't even resulted in shots on goal. All right. VC getting in there, immediately laying the body. Boop. Boop. Yeah, Columbus has the same as like what's the other building that has the really low camera angle? Calgary, I think, has a really low one. And then the San Jose has the opposite. They have the camera on the moon. The Altitude Plus app is working fine. I don't know about other sources. Would really, really like to see the third line score in this game. You have Kivy back. It's a line that just, not that it's been bad. Like, they're solid defensively. They play okay hockey, but you just need a little bit of production out of that. You've gotten more production out of your fourth line in the last handful of games than you have your third line, and you just need a little bit more there. I really don't know what to make of this Columbus team. Like, Fantilli is having a decent breakout. They have some high end skill at the top of their lineup, but none of it is like superstar skill. Obviously, like, missing Johnny Gaudreau sucks and is a huge part of that problem, but their lineup is just kind of a bunch of guys. And then Werenski on the back end, who's awesome, but there was no morning skate, so we didn't get a Bednar interview, so nobody knows. He's just out today. If you're asking my hunch, I would expect that he's back on Saturday, and they're just being cautious about it, given the point in the season the Avs are at. There's no reason to risk anything. Well read by Blackwood there. Saw that coming a mile away. Good breakout. Easy life. Hey, Nathan McKinnon's just better than everybody else. He totally fanned on the first shot, but it's in the back of the net. That's what you do. Point for Lecky, too. Good to see Lecky pick up a point there. Pop off, doggo. If Nathan McKinnon had got a dog, what would he name his dog? Since he's already the dog. All right. Well, the shot clock somehow still says there's 0 shots on goal, which is obviously just wrong, as Lecky almost finishes another one. All right. Already a much better start than the Chicago game because the goal actually counted. Ooh, didn't get much on that, did you, Lecky? Yeah, it's just altitude speed that is getting the shot clock wrong, obviously. All right. I love the lead early, but realistically, being a Sega Baba, being the guys you're missing, you can't feel comfortable with a 1 goal lead. You love them to build at least a 2 goal lead early. And then maybe you start to feel like they'll be able to survive when their legs go away. Man, dude, I'm not any good at hockey, right? So like maybe I'm just an idiot, but I feel like if you're a depth player in the NHL and you don't have like a exceptional backhand, just put it to your forehand and shoot it every time, man. I feel like so many depth avs tried their backhand way too often and it rarely ever works. Like the only bottom six guy that I would really feel confident going to their backhand is Colton, and he's not even in their bottom six tonight. He's in their top six. There you go. Kelly got to the right spot there. Tip just didn't go his way. Yeah, I mean, who on the Avs top six even has like a good backhand? Obviously, Miko's was unbelievable, but Natchis's is fine. I don't think it's like anything special. McKinnon can do it when he's like has space, but if he's in tight, he struggles with the backhand. Um, Lehkonen, not really. Druin has an okay backhand, actually. He just never shoots. Does Nelson like have a good backhand? I guess he has like a good backhand in the sense of like he's good at rooting out pucks in and around the net, but his actual backhand I don't think is all that good. Yeah, Solani had a sick backhand for sure. We don't have official on Natchez, but my expectation is that he's fine and they're just being careful. We do not know how bad Druin's injury is either. There's no morning skate today, so Bednar didn't talk, so no new info out there. Dang it. Well, so much for having a lead. Looked a little bit scrambly from Blackwood there, but the Avs are also chasing a lot in their own zone. Yeah, McKinnon is just floating off into no man's land there. It's very, very weird. Like, I don't know where McKinnon is going there. And that's his side that the rebound kicks out to, and Monahan is just uncontested on that side. Oh, well. Guess we're just gonna need Kale to score 30. That's the fate of this game. Oh, don't worry. The altitude counter now has shots as 1-1. Yeah, I mean Makar's positioning to protect like the top of the crease though, right? Like the way that rebound, oh, that's a trip. Hello? Yeah. The way that rebound comes out, like the only way Makar can do anything about it is if he commits a penalty. Like he could absolutely just hook the shit out of the guy and stop him from getting to the puck. But other than that, I don't really know what Makar is supposed to do with the way that rebound came out. Missed all the fun, buddy.
What happened? What did I miss?
It's 1-1 already.
Oh, wow. Who scored? Sorry, I had to put away that fire. Who
McKinnon
scored?
scored for the Avs, and then Monahan off a rebound for Columbus.
Gotcha.
You went -1 for 4 last night on this thing, Avs. You got to turn up the wick a little
Yep.
bit on the power play. So far, bad. So far, worse. All right, you're in the zone. What do you got?
Oh, you had a rocklet right there. Look at that.
An
Nice
immediate
rocklet.
turnover. You survived it initially, and then you didn't. I think like on principle, you have to play someone else on the power play at this point. Like, what the fuck is Nathan McKinnon doing there? And I know Nathan McKinnon already has a golden night, made a great play, but your power play is just a bunch of dudes cruising around. It's like they're taking off 2 minutes during the power play instead of actually trying to score goals. Breakaway. Great save.
What are you at right now?
10, 14.
Oh yeah, so you're like
13,
yeah, you're
12.
like 4 I'm 5 seconds behind you.
Another power play where the other team gets the better chance.
Yeah.
Oof, Kelly had a decent rebound chance there. Just couldn't find it.
Oh. Hey. Elvis.
I mean, the guy that regularly scores those type of goals for the Avs is Val, and Val has obviously been snake bit for a bit.
A little bit.
Kelly doesn't quite have the finishing ability on those type of pucks to get it done. And guys like LOC and Kivy work hard, but often don't quite have the physical strength to win the positional battles. Wow, it's almost like Cale Makar's the best defenseman on the planet.
Uh, Crazy, huh?
I mean, it's just weird. Like this game, it feels like they've been fine at 5-on-5. Last game, the Avs were just totally unengaged for the first two periods. So far tonight, your top players look like they're engaged at 5-on-5, and then that power play, they just did not care. The Avs stylistically also don't set themselves up very well for like rebound type goals. They much more prefer a playing for the tip style of hockey. Like instead of a bunch of guys crashing the net facing towards the net as the shot goes in, they usually set up a guy in the high slot and a guy net front, both facing the shooter looking to make the tip play instead of ready to collect the rebound. Jimmy VC goal, easy. All right. Greasy puck, down in deep, comes out of the corner, wrap around, easy life.
Daddy. I like it. Loud building there. I like it. It's a fun building.
Yeah. LOC shaking it off a little bit there, right in the nuts.
Mhm. Thick or puck?
I didn't see. I just saw him grabbing his nuts after the fact.
Yeah.
See, the problem is Kivi's a cat and we're dog people.
True. I'm not a cat person.
Me either. Definitely dog bad turnover, but it's fine.
I like cats.
I mean, cats are fine. I don't have anything against them. I'm just a dog person. Gonna call it? No. I mean, I don't think that it was a penalty, but I had hope that you would give McKinnon the benefit of the doubt. Find him. Come on, Val. Missed the net. Val? Someone got to tell Val to shoot a 5-hole, actually. You haven't scored in like 6 games and you're trying to pick corners. Simplify.
I know that's again. I go back to the old rules back then when you're in a slump and you talk to guys and it's like go back to the basics. And the basics are what? It's hitting the net. It's a simple shot like 5 hole. It's there'll be a rebound. It'll go in. You won't miss
Yeah.
the net. It has a chance to go in if you're trying to pick and there's a reason you're not scoring, right? Because you're not simplifying your
Yep.
your shot selection. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just got to keep it basic and grind it out and muck it up, and then something happens and it goes in, and or you tip one, or and you get back into it a little bit.
Yo. A wolf is cooler than a tiger. I'll fight. I'll fight. Wolves are dope.
That's not gonna go in there.
No, no. Yeah, that was not a penalty.
No,
Mac just lost his
but he's
edge.
laying. Yeah, that's just a lot. He's looking. You can see the referee right behind there. He's in the right position.
Yeah, well, I
The
also
Mac has been
watched them
sliding.
and watched the Avs get punched in the head and not call penalties, so I can't trust them anymore. P.S. At intermission, go watch our new YouTube mini pod about how the Avs should protect their star players better. I think you'll be surprised by what I had to say. There you go. Tiff even put it in the chat. I've actually liked the Avs breakouts tonight. They've done a pretty good job of breaking the puck out.
Right there. Same thing. Does he try to pick it? Hey,
Your
Lucky.
mic is like being weird. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry, it came off.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's better.
No, it was off. I don't know why. It just went off by itself. Um,
yeah, yeah.
Again, now the TV's frozen too. Like, what the hell's going on here?
You're cursed, buddy.
What is going on? Yeah, I mean, did Lucky try to pick that corner again, or See what I mean?
Uh, yeah. I
He went to commercial, but
Lucky at least scored the shootout goal with that the other day. So thank you for the $2, Robert. Thoughts on the Brock acquisition thus far? There's a mini pod on our channel about exactly that. We really like it. Arguably the best deadline acquisition so far. Obviously, that really matters in the playoffs, but Tiff's just got all the links.
I'm so good at my job today.
Tiff's the best.
True. All right. Win it back to Kale. Kale walk in. Kale score number 30. Easy. Or lose the face off. Also a choice. Period going kind of slow, isn't it?
Still 5, yeah.
Not a good turnover there. Good save, though.
Yeah, that was it was bouncing, and I think he just panicked, and that's how you
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
panic, you just like, oh, you're wiping stuff, and it just kind of end up going the wrong way, Bad luck.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot it's snowing. The friggin' satellites are going out.
Nice. There you go. There you go. There you go. Man, you don't even get
I'm
it in.
behind. I'm 4 seconds behind you. I love it. That should have been a hand pass, by the way. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how good guys are. Like people think like Gudbrand oh, why is he still playing? And just watch his stick position there. It's amazing. I'm
Yep.
telling you guys, like you never realize until watch his stick position right here. I'm assuming he tips it. Yep.
Yeah, he does.
You don't realize it until you leave college, until you leave the American League, until you turn an
There's just no
NHLer.
gaps. There's
How
just no gaps in the
there
NHL,
is no
man.
room. People think it's easy. Go get a shot on that. Like I'm telling you guys, it's not easy. Guys are so good, and then you're telegraphing your shot, right? They can read you. It's amazing. Like that play we just saw there.
Yep.
And guys make a living, Gudbranson, whatever, for years because they're good at their sticks. We make a T-shirt, good stick lucky. Sticks are so good. Sticks are so good. Right there, the cat. Meow.
Yep.
He heard us.
Yep.
He's listening to us. The cat's listening. He's
Cats
like,
do have
I'll
good
show you.
listening.
I'll show you what a good stick is, guys. Kitty stick. Meow meow. Look at the big fella. EJ. What a good kid. Good kid. He's a good kid.
Tough night in the face-off circle so far for the Avs.
Is it bad?
Yeah. Good forecheck pressure there, though. There you go. One-on-one if you hurry. All right. I mean, Eric's going to love that. He got it deep.
It's okay. I'll tell you one thing, Jimmy, that's fine because you don't want to turn it over. You haven't played, you haven't really, your confidence is not at its best, right? You know what I mean? It's the last thing you want to do is try to go one on one and make a turnover and then puck goes the other way. And then you're like, oh God. And I'm not saying you should just lunch pail it like on deep every time. It's not what I'm saying. God, it's doing that again over here. What is going on?
Your internet
I'm
sucks.
on.
Confirmed.
God. Why is it doing that?
Yeah, it's definitely snowing pretty good out where I am.
Come on, Nuke. Did you hear the cannon when they scored or no?
I have it on mute.
I don't, me too, but sorry, I had to put out a fire for the first 5 minutes upstairs, literally. So, not literally, but Jill was struggling with something. So,
Don't burn your house
uh,
down.
no, Ty's just on a flight by himself. And
Oh, got it.
so, and it got delayed. And so,
Yeah.
you know, just had to be a parent for a few minutes. Sorry.
I mean, it's crazy weather out there in the east right now, isn't it? Or like
Yeah,
Midwest, I
yeah,
guess.
everything's delayed. And yeah.
Yeah.
So it's delayed and everything. And she's going to see my mom, but it's just like he'd never been by himself on a flight. And then,
Sure.
so I had to make sure he was
Did it
understanding
go
everything.
in?
So,
It went in. Hey, let's go.
yeah,
Y'all said you
30?
wanted a rebound chance.
Oh,
No, Nelson
it
put
was
in the
a,
rebound.
oh my God, I thought it was a kitty. It wasn't.
There's your
Rocked.
rebound goal right there, baby.
Great shot. Hit the net, right? Doesn't have to go in. Boom.
Actually missed the net and went off the backboards. Still
Oh, well,
technically a rebound.
whatever. You know what I mean? Technically, it's a rebound.
Nelson did not
You
even get
probably,
much of this. He got just enough.
you feel bad for the goalie there. The guy's like blowing his
Yeah, he's
groin out, and then
screwed.
it's
Yeah.
like he just dies. Like, oh, look at that. Oh, poor guy. Elvis has left the building there. He's like, my groin is gone. But yeah, I'll make sure that Mikhail knew he was shooting wide, just so you know.
Honestly, big goal.
Big,
Winning this period is pretty big for the Avs.
and this is where you're in the no territory here. Jimmy, do not fight 24. He can throw that, buddy. What a story, man. I'm so glad he signed that big contract. Whether whatever. He deserves every penny, I'll tell you that. Whether it's too expensive, Olivier. Holy crap, what a story. It's fun, man. It's fun, those stories, you know what I mean? It's just like awesome.
Sorry, I'm crafting the tweet. Hang on.
No, I'm talking about Olivier. Like, what a great story. Like, it's so amazing.
Oh, yeah. To make it there and break out the way that he has.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Well, he's a good player. That's what I kept saying back then. He didn't have an NHL deal. I'm like, guys, this guy can kill penalties. He can play. He's not just it, but he will crap kick you. He will fight anyone. He is tough as nails. And, that you could see. But the other part, you were like, yeah, but you're going away from that in the league. You know what I mean? But it's like, no, this guy's an excellent penalty killer. Like, and the reports out of his junior team, I know the ownership group and everything, they were saying he was an unbelievable kid. And anyway, I was just like, I kind of fell in love with him. And, American League deal. And then people were like, God, you're so annoying with this freaking Olivier guy. And I'm like, no, guys, he's going to play. Who just missed that? Yeah, he's dying right now for one. Val, he's dying for one.
Lucky with a great tip, but not on net.
Oh yeah. Oh. Anyway, so that's my story on Olivia. It's kind of awesome. Again, don't know him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
wow.
Pat yourself on the back. I get it.
No, I think he pat himself on the back. Like
I
it's
know.
so
I know. I
awesome.
know.
And he would have got the money, just so you know. Like if Columbus wasn't giving it to him, don't worry, Montreal was giving it to him. Everyone was giving it to him. He became one of the most sought after guys. You know what I mean? That's crazy. It's so fun.
Not as good as Big Cock Brock, though.
Yeah. Good old Brock. Big goal. Again. Oh, he just missed it there. I jinxed him. Well, Uber
Hey, my
Eats.
my dinner's here. Perfect
I
timing.
was gonna say Uber Eats. You're not cooking for yourself. Your wife's not there. You're like, fuck it.
Fine. They'll leave it on the stoop.
Membership. Why'd they put Makar there? It's not like he's good. Put
What a
the
bum.
cat on that one. Put the cat on there. Did they come and get your memberships? Meow. And EJ. EJ, the big guy. Look at Charles. All right. You went on the road against a hungry hippo.
That
All
is,
right.
my
So
bet did hit for the Avs to win the first period, and we're well on our way to the over. So the bets are looking
I
good. The
love it.
Avs are in the lead. It was definitely, it felt like a Segababa period, but you have to be happy with the Avs winning a road period there. We are going to
You
take
win
our
the
next break.
period. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. That's it. That's it, baby. We'll be back in like 10
That's it.
minutes. We'll see you in a bit.
Oh, I know. I put you on mute.
All right, we're back.
What?
Or at least
I'm
we
on.
might have to like
Yeah.
take Eric off because he
Going.
doesn't know how to mute his microphone, Tiff. Anyway, I've got wings, chat. What do you got for dinner, or what did you already eat for dinner? Since it's probably pretty late for most of you. I actually think if the Avs play a good second, if the Avs are leading after the second period, I think they play a good third. I know they haven't had a bunch of good third periods lately, but I think they will.
Back to meal prepping, so I hate my dinner.
Rip. Simply don't meal prep.
No. Then I won't eat.
Yep. Sounds about right. Pizza, good. BLT, but with ham, meat, pad thai. We got lots of options. Why is there a deer contemplating jumping into the river? All right. Get the next goal. You can do it, Abs.
The deer are part of a modern art thing. There's a bunch of them in downtown Columbus.
Oh yeah. I've never been to Columbus, so neat.
I just Googled it.
There you go. Yeah. I I actually thought the third period was really fun of last game, Christian. The first two periods sucked, like bad, but the third period genuinely fun. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but fun. All right. If you're the abs, you probably have about 10 minutes until your legs really start to fall off. McKinnon kind of doing his own thing tonight. Not that I hate it, it's just he's doing a lot more trying to carry the puck in by himself and shooting, which is kind of a good thing. it does seem like, and again, the Avs legs are going to go here, but so far, Columbus does seem like they're struggling to, keep up with the Avs speed a little bit. I guess the very meaningful plus minus. Avs take dumb penalty. Not good. This is how you blow your lead. They didn't really show a replay of the too many men, so I didn't see how egregious it was, but ranch for sure. I'm a ranch guy. Excuse me. Feels like Columbus should have a dangerous power play with Werenski quarterbacking it, but eh. Oof. Columbus does like that top of the crease pass. They haven't connected on it, but they've tried it 4 or 5 times now. Nice save by Blackwood. All right. You're going to kill it, but you got to finish this shift here. Came out. Yep. All right. All right. You survived. Yep. They're going to need Blackwood for sure in the second half, so you better be ready. dear. Oh dear. How did that go in? That's an oh no from Mackenzie Blackwood. Yeah, that can't go in. Yikes. All I got to say is yikes. Tough, man. Tough out here. All right. You give up a softie like that, make it be the last one you give up in the game. That's it. If you only give up 2, you can't lose. That was a weird bounce. That was weird from Ross, but you know what? Somehow the Avs have possession, so it's fine. Well, at least the Avs are shooting. At least they're shooting. You're muted, buddy.
Oh, from Tiff, yeah. Sorry. I heard it was not good.
No, from the goal line corner, and it just squeaks through Blackwood. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I was on the phone sorry with Kiefer, and as it was going, he was telling me, he goes, "Oh shoot, that's a bad one." I was like, "Oh crap." Come on, Miles. I mean, honestly, Miles, Charlie, and Kivy, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yep.
right. You should be able to go out there and do your job, right? And I'm not bashing them. I'm saying thank you for the welcome back. Sorry, had to go. My kids are needy tonight. Oh my God, I love them. They're needy tonight.
Good block.
Oh yeah, I
Just
agree with Zach. I love Blackwood. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, yeah, you
yeah.
you you got as a goalie, you have to get your game on track to make sure that you can't give those up, right? Because those kill you in playoffs, right? You know what I mean? It just
I mean,
it
they'll
can't
kill you on a
happen.
second, Baba, too.
But that's what I mean. Tonight, you're like, oh, now you
But
really got to dig into your legs. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, I said it a minute ago. That if that's the last one he gives up tonight, all good. If he only gives up
Oh yeah,
2,
I got no problem with that.
fine.
He's sliding a little bit there. I didn't like that. Oof.
Come on. Didn't even get
Am
a
I that
shot.
far behind?
What are you at?
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock right now. Like I lag, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get better internet.
I don't know what that means, but sure. It's a lot of trillions of CCs slash B minus. They're all in there. What a pass.
I mean, obviously that wasn't a good goal from Blackwood to give up, but like, why are we mad with Blackwood? His last 3 games are a 926, a shutout, and a 913. Like,
Oh yeah, he's
he had a
fine.
bad game. Montreal game was bad. He had an 862, but then before
Yeah.
that, he had a 923. Like, I don't know
Oh, I
where
love our
this
goalies.
opinion that Blackwood is playing poorly is coming from. He played 2 bad games in the last month, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, what I'm saying is you want him to be just like the Avalanche, right? You know what I mean? Like on top of their game the last month, right? You just want him to just get back into his, being tight. You know what I mean? Like just look at that last one there. And again, that's just me being critical of the play, but he kind of slid out of the, you can tell he didn't like it. He was mad at himself because you could tell him you push. Just watch goalies how they react after. Away from like well, obviously the camera's on them, but away from the play, the face off is a little bit further, but they're just pushing, they're redoing that movement because they're like they didn't like the movement they made, even though nothing happened. They just kind of redo it, right? Because it's such a technical position now. You can tell they're not questioning themselves, they're reliving the moment, you know what I mean, in
Yep.
between the whistles, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's it. And obviously, I look at Bednar. He said something yesterday, right? He's like, no, we're going to go back with, it gives him a chance to work with on his game there. So obviously, there's a couple things he wanted to work on between him and the goalie coach, and believe it or not, probably Wedgwood as well. You know what I mean? Because you can tell these guys have a great relationship, and they talk. I
Yep.
mean, this guy talks all the time, so it's nice. It's okay. You know.
Yep. I don't know. Lindgren's next contract, I'm assuming it's going to be around 4, but I don't actually know.
What's the question?
Lindgren's next deal.
Yeah, probably. What's he at right now?
I think 4.5.
I was gonna say he makes already that, right?
Yeah, but I
You
don't
know
like. You
what?
can't pay him more. You can't pay him more.
No. No, I think he looks like that. Again, that family is so wonderful, right? Great team guys, and um, uh, what are you talking about? Like a Minnesota dude that probably likes fishing, and I think simple life, right? You know what I mean? I think he's, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like he's not. I don't think he's a complicated human being. Not that asking for money is being complicated. It's not what I'm saying, but I think it's going to be if he wants to stay, and I think, you know. I think the Avalanche want him. I mean, obviously, it's been a good fit. I think there'll be some common ground there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, that's bad. That's a bad goal too. Now Blackwood's playing bad in this game.
Well, that's you can't give up that rebound there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
a bad
in
goal.
his glove and out of his glove. You got to catch that. That's all.
Yep, yep. I mean, I don't think he's gonna pull him. I think for me, if I'm coaching, I make him fight. Right? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you
Yeah,
have to fight through. Right?
got to battle.
Um, but that's a that's a shot that you should glove there, and it's a
I
whistle,
mean,
and he
it's
knows
in
it.
his glove. He just doesn't catch it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he knows it. He knows it. There's no ifs and buts about it. It's just he's not on point tonight, obviously, from the last 2 goals, right? So
I don't know
that's
what
all
you
right.
did to the scoreboard, Tiff, but that ain't right.
I said 4-3, so I'm still in the
I said 6-5,
driver's
so we're well
seat.
on our way to that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's it. So we're both like, in the right. Um, the forward. People have, what do you call that? Flashbacks of Georgiev.
Columbus only has 3 so far. Let's not jump the gun here.
Oh yeah, why is it saying that? My God, I don't know how to read, but it is 3-2. Georgiev pizza. Yeah. Oh, chat's funny.
I just like it's just objectively wrong that he's been mediocre for the last month. Like that's just a lie. He's bad tonight, totally. He was bad in that Montreal game, totally. All of his other starts in March have been good.
Yeah. That's all right. Sometimes you go through a little tough stretch. All you need is a good solid period sometimes to get you back on track. You know what I mean? Let's say the Avs get them that next goal, which I believe they will. You know what I mean? Then you're in the dogfight, 0-0. You know what I mean? You can't look back at what happened before and you just finish the game and, try to win that game, right? That's the way you got to look at it. Of course, defense always have, to do their jobs. I mean, that's a given, right? That's a given. And especially when you have a goalie struggling a little bit, like you can't be afraid of words. He's struggling this period, right? So you got to help him out a little bit, right? So you got to be a little bit more on your toes there as a decor. You got to be a little more on your toes as a forward group, right? To make sure that you're five-man units and you're in sync and you're not, detached and you're not throwing pucks over the blue line and you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure you get on top of your game here. This is a good test. This is a good test for the Avalanche. This is good tonight.
It's going to be hard. It, you didn't even make it to the halfway point of the game in the Sagababa with a lead, let alone being tied. That third goal is really tough for the Abs here. They're going to have to dig real deep now.
Like right there. See that play there? That's what I was saying. You
Yep.
you can't. And again, there was no execution on Columbus's part, but you know what I mean. It can't happen there, and it's from Mac, right? You know what I mean. It can't. You can't do that right now. Now, when you get wings from um um when you get wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, are they good when they get home,
No,
or do you have to reheat them, or?
no, they're fun.
Marco's asking me like Montreal against Avalanche Stanley Cup Finals. Like, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I'm a big Avs at Montreal fan. Obviously, I'm from there, and I got a little soft spot for them now. And I really like Kent Hughes and Jack Gordon. Jack, that's his son, Jeff Gordon. Because they're boys at BU with my boy, and it's kind of fun as a group of parents. It's a great group of parents, and but wow, what a remarkable year they're having, and it's kind of a great thing. But for me, my adult life, childhood is Montreal. My adult life, obviously, my family, it's a family thing. The Avalanche are obviously our team in the NHL. You know, what I mean, as a family, and for myself, and as a player, that was my best years. As obviously front office there forever, and then of course my dad is banners in the rafters, right? It's a big family thing. The Avalanche. This is it's more than just a team. So I would say. Avalanche. I would want the Avalanche to win. You know what I mean?
He
But it'd be a
played for
fun
the Leafs.
story.
Played for the Leafs in your career. You have to hate Montreal by law. You also like
Yeah, I
Boston way
know.
too much, but you have to hate Montreal by law.
Yeah, by law, but I don't. Okay. Montreal Forum was quite special to play at. I'll tell you that. That building was unbelievable. I'm lucky I got to play in there. Before they became the Bell Center, right? Which is an awesome
Mhm.
place too. The atmosphere is awesome. But I'm talking about the original six buildings were so different. It was so fun. So so so. Wow, that's a bad giveaway. Brock. Nothing happened, but it's like, come on, guys.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll tell you a good little trick you can do with your dog. You give them a nice little bone, like from the chicken wings. It's not dangerous at all. It's not. You give them the little chicken wing. So
Ugh.
dangerous.
Our oldest has actually eaten a few, and he just has an iron stomach, and it's fine. Like not on purpose. Like people just
Really.
leave them out in our neighborhood, and so he like gets them on walks and stuff.
My our mastiff Maggie, our mastiff was 235 pounds, and a couple times she on the table she got a hold of like some corn dogs that the kids like full corn dogs with the sticks. She swallowed them whole, and then yeah,
Yeah.
a couple days later, like it was nice. There was corn dogs in the backyard, like with a stick and fully like not chewed. Not to be gross, but oh my God. No, I know not to give dogs cooked bones. I know, it's a joke. A joke.
I
Mm-mm.
know. Ugh. Got chicken down the wrong pipe, Chad. I'm struggling out here. Ah, I
We're in trouble here.
need this commercial break so
Bruto,
I can
your
go to
wife's
the
not
kids.
there. Your wife's not there. I'm
I
gonna have to
know.
call your neighbor.
I'm gonna choke to death on stream here. All right, we're going to commercial. I'm getting water.
Please do so. God. I don't know if you saw it right there. Like Wedgwood, he's so involved in the bench. It's so fun. Always involved with someone, always in a conversation. Some guys just sit there with their towel and their hat and then just don't move and they're like looking dead into space. But not that guy, he's involved. I like it. I like it. He's it's like having another coach out there, honestly. So it's kind of fun. Cougars. uh, no, I never gave I was always afraid of bones with our dogs, so I never, not even like just no bones, so I didn't mess around. Lane, you're right. We didn't need to wait for commercial. Maybe he's not coming back. He was struggling there. God, he was struggling. No, I know you're kidding. It's funny because it started and then he couldn't stop it, and he was just getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, it was 2-1. What happened was, a couple goals that were suspect, right? And that's okay. I mean, the Avalanche, it's a team game, so it's a team game. Got to go help out your teammate. So, Ballard, Jack Bevan, my little guy, Jack Bevan, used to play with my youngest. I just saw him on the screen there. Man, this freezes all the time. Mm, annoying. It's unreal. Like ESPN was doing that for a while to me. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm not sure why I'm not. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do.
put on the
I'm
ESPN
on.
feed.
Yeah, I never have issues, and you know that one. I don't know why I went to Fubo. Well, because you know what? I thought it was on national. Remember the other day it was on national. It was national and altitude,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
my altitude is on Fubo. That's why. I'm like, why am I doing this? I never have issues with ESPN Plus anymore.
I really don't think
Fubo
we have to
time.
play that bad in this game, especially for a Sega Baba. They played fine. That power play sucked. That was the only part that they really struggled. They haven't finished
Oh,
super well, but
it's
it's typical Sega Baba stuff. And then Blackwood's been bad. Can't argue that one.
yeah. I think they'll be fine. I agree with Lane there. I do believe they win the game. I said four
Oh yeah,
three, so
uh,
I do
still
believe
very
they're
much.
they're fine. Here's what you're gonna see, and again, I'm not bashing Dean Evison, and It's easier said than done when you're seeing the McKinnons and McCarrs, and if they're in the position like in a 1 goal lead, you're going to see the turtle mode, right? You know what I mean? And that
Oh,
just,
Charlie!
oh my God. I called it last game, the game before. He just does 1 game late from the cat. Was that from the cat? Was that cat or Woody?
I could not. I'd have to watch the replay in a second here.
Oh my God, there's a guy clapping with a black beanie. He looks like Wayne Gretzky. I
No, it was
swear to
Miles. Great
God.
pass. Great pass from Miles.
Yeah, nice. Oh, what about a pickup right there with his foot?
Yeah, off the skate. That's pretty sick too.
Look. Ah,
Under the
yeah,
blocker.
look at that. Yeah. 5 or whatever you call that. 7 hole, whatever.
So
Look
what
at
do we
that.
think? Has Elvis been bad too, chap? Because he's given up the exact same amount of goals and the exact same amount of shots as Blackwood.
Yeah. But I'll tell you the difference, number 5 there. You see how he opens up and then his stick is not in the lane. He's trying to block the shot with his stick to the right. If his stick is straight at Coyle, he tips that buck in the net. And that's the difference. Like there's a lot of coaches in the NHL. Sly Lefebvre, former Avalanche, right? Assistant coach in Florida. He's big on this, big on teaching all those guys like those little
Yep.
new tricks, right? Old dogs, new tricks. And it's like, that's awesome. But what, Charlie? God, I missed it again. He's going to get 2 tonight. The double
You
I've
just
been
you
calling
always
for
bet a
3
game
games in a
early,
row.
buddy. You always bet a game
I got
early.
sucked in. I got sucked in by the cat. The cat's back. I got excited. I know we got back last game, but um, I got excited and I got away from Charles and took the cat. But that's all right. The cat might give us the winner here at some point. I know there's a period left, and
Yeah, long way to go. Long way to go.
oh yeah. As long as we don't hear the cannon.
Yep.
Oof,
We
that's
need
a
a
tough
Jimmy
play by
goal,
Elvis there too.
Jimmy goal, and a Keaton goal.
Jimmy, believe it or not, Jimmy's a smart player, and he scored big goals in his career. His dad, pride of Merrimack hockey back then, put Merrimack hockey on the map. Broke into the league, St. Louis Blues. Then I played with him with LA Kings farm team in Phoenix. Big Daddy Jimmy Vesey. Then his dad owned the bar in Boston called the Rack, and Avalanche 1.0, and I was playing there with Joe and Peter. Every time we went to Boston, we stopped by the Rack and brought the whole team there, and Jimmy would take care of us, and it was fun. It was like not a sports bar, but like a bar. We had pool tables and some food, and
Right.
it was awesome. It was awesome. And now Jimmy, Big Jimmy, is scout for the Toronto Maple Leafs now, amateur scout. So been there for a few years now.
They call him Big
Good
Jim.
person. Big Jim, Big Daddy. Really good
Oh
person.
my God!
Oh, okay, now again, you got to pull that Corpusalo. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I'm being honest.
It's
Like
Elvis.
again, we were critical of
Pretty sure
Blackwood,
it's
right?
Elvis today.
I'm what did I say? I saw not Corpusalo. Plays for the Bruins. God,
Yeah.
you got to Elvis. Elvis has to leave the building. That's a Parker Galley. No offense to Parker. That's not Alex Ovechkin that scored on you there. That's untouched. That you can't give that one. I love that Parker got it. Nice little play by our guy Jack Jury, and Rudo's dying again. But yeah, I mean Elvis is like, oof, that's a tough one for Elvis.
Yeah. 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 That's
I don't
bad.
know if they play. I don't. Do we know if they play tomorrow night or?
I
And
can't
again,
tell.
I believe in fighting. You guys know that, like not fighting, like fist fights. Sometimes you got to fight through as a goalie. Like unlike the NCAA portal right now, which is like, oh, I didn't play on the power play this year. I am leaving. I'm transferring. I mean, come on. Sometimes you got to fight in life. You got to fight through. You got to, you know what I mean? Like put in the working boots and get yourself out of it. Like tonight,
Yep.
Mackenzie. Right now, you got the lead. Now you got to fight you through. Right. You got to make sure you give your team, you know, some saves here. Right. Because there'll be a push by Columbus, as you know, they're do or die in these next
Oh
few
yeah.
games, right? So
I mean, they don't play tomorrow, so
they don't. Okay, perfect. But again, sometimes you're like, you're saving the other goalie because you don't want to throw him to the wolves and he's playing the next night or whatever. But I don't mind that. Dean Evason's a fighter, so it's
Yep.
okay. Oh my God, right there, Blackwood. That's an easy poke, right? You know what I mean? Let it go through his crease there.
Look, not having a good game, as long as the puck doesn't go in, I'm not going to be mad.
I know, but you might have to make a save or two here. Is this a power play or a
Yeah,
PK?
it's going to be a PK for the Avs.
I love Parker when he scores. I love freaking fourth liners. I love it. I love those. Jack Drury, good player, man. Man, we don't talk enough about him. I forgot. That's because my family, we hate juries, and we know that. I know.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
It's a joke. My dad
Played for all
loved
the
Chris
same
Drury.
teams.
My dad loved Chris Drury. God,
Who didn't your dad love?
all good. I can't say.
Fair enough.
I'm joking. That was funny. No, you know what? He loved everyone. He really did. It was tough love at times, you know. I remember because one of the funniest guys ever was Keith Jones, right? He's the
Yep.
president for the Phil Flyers, right? You know Jonesy, but chat in
Yeah.
case they didn't know, we played together. And I remember one time I walked on the bus. It was a day off, and we were flying from somewhere to another city. And then I walked in, and Jonesy called me in the back of the bus. He's like, "Sit right here, sit right here." You know, he wanted me to sit with him, so I sat with him. As soon as I sat down, he looked at me and he goes, "Buddy, how was your childhood?" And I was like, I said, I was like, I started laughing because he was the funniest guy. I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Buddy, just had a meeting with your pops right now." Like, "Oh, buddy, I fear for your childhood." Like, he goes, "He gave it to me pretty good, you know." I was dying. It was so funny. Like, Jonesy was awesome. Jonesy was awesome.
Big kill.
Zach, you're right. Drew is one of the probably Mr. Clutch, I would say all time for the
Mm-hmm.
Avalanche. If you could go game for game. I know Joe was clutch, you know what I mean, but obviously a lot more longevity with the team. But if you go like, you know, when they say pound for pound, but game for game, like Chris Drury, nobody more clutch than him. Nobody more clutch than him. It's in his veins, man. Little League World Series, and you know what I mean, like some little kid, like nothing phases him. He was
You're
clutch.
saying he's a psychopath.
Yeah, well, you got to be a psychopath to be clutch like that. Because man, how can you not be nervous? You know, those times are nerve wracking, man.
I don't know. I
It
like
is
nerves
nerve
like that.
wracking.
You channel those nerves into good energy. Gets
Ah,
you
for
means
sure.
means you're ready.
Well, easier, I'll tell you that. Easier when you're playing than if you're
Yeah,
on the bench as a
when
coach or
totally
management up
when
top.
you
You
have
have
when you
no
can't
say,
impact,
man.
totally that nervous energy sucks 100%.
And I don't care if you play two shifts a game from the fourth line, you still can impact it because you get one shift. You know what I mean? But when you don't play, like it's tough. Like if you're suspended or you know what I mean, like oh my lord, man, you watch and you can't do anything, and it's hard.
Lucky is very clutch. Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, very clutch, yeah, very clutch. But Drew was Kaminsky, Dave, one of my all-time favorites. I swear, Val's one of my all-time favorite teammates. What a gentleman! What a hockey player! Oh, more I look at Marty Party, the more he plays like Val. You know what I mean? Like they got that variety in their light on their skates and
No,
they can twirl
I
and
don't see that.
oh yeah, yeah.
I don't see that at
No,
all.
I do, I
No,
do.
I'm done. You mean Kaminsky? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, Valerie Kaminsky. Avs
Yeah,
1.0. Yeah.
I thought you're comparing him to Nichushkin. I was like, absolutely not.
Oh no, 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 no. Val. Yeah, no, not Natushkin. Oh my God, that went through him. Did that go through him?
It didn't go in, but I don't know
Uh,
that he saved it.
I think it went through him. My thing was blurry. Sorry, and you know my eyes. I
Everything's
got like a
blurry for
90
you,
inch
buddy.
TV right in front of my. But I swear the TV's like 90. It's like a 90-inch TV, and it's like a
No,
foot away
that's
from my
like
face.
bad for you, right? That's how you make your eyes worse.
I know, but I'm stubborn with doctors. I don't like doctors.
You should take your own advice so you give the abs power play.
I know. Shoot. Keep it simple.
Don't be stubborn.
No, I know, I know. I am stubborn.
Yeah, that definitely went through him.
Oh my god, it went through. Oh my god, it was blurry, but now I see it on the replay because it's back to clear. Oh god, that went through, but he saved it. All right.
I mean, technically, he saved it.
Yeah. He got a piece. He got a piece. That's all good.
Better than not getting a piece.
No, no, not pieces. Oh god, that's a good save there. Good job.
Yeah, you
I just
survived.
hope he gets a lot of work. Yeah, I hope he gets some work here. I want him to feel good about himself there. Not that he hasn't been good this year. It's been awesome.
Yeah, he's just not having a good
He
night.
just, I think he's just been
But
fighting something this week. I don't know what it is. There's something that's offside. Are you serious? And he goes, no.
I think you're right, though. Like, it's good for a goalie to have it in the bag, to know you're not having a very good night, but find a way to battle through that and still get the job.
You know, trust me, you know, and you know on the bench too. you, you don't want to say it, but you know on the bench, you're like, oh boy, let's help them out, boys. You know what I mean? Like, and that's normal. Everybody has a bad like stretch, That doesn't make you a bad player or a bad goalie. That's
No,
not
of
what I'm
course
saying. But he hasn't been good in the spirit. He knows that. So that's not blaming him.
not.
It's just the way it is. Can't always be perfect. That'd be boring. What was that?
All right. Just lock it in for 2 minutes. You go into the third period with a lead.
No, no, nos. You got a fourth line, go on the third. Well, I mean, Charlie tonight, third line.
Yeah, third line. I think every line has a goal, actually.
Well, I mean, Parker, Charlie. First one was
Nelson and
what?
McKinnon.
Mac. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Look at Brad. Brad got a new haircut. Brad Luco, a little tight. Good old Brad. No, Ray did not get a haircut. Ray has no hair. But Brad got a haircut. Hey, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy.
Absolutely true, Azare. A couple softies have to go in to get to 6-5.
I know. Right now, I mean, I'll keep this one, even though the cat doesn't have one. I said 4-3. I'll lock it in.
No, Avs get a power play.
Really? Oh, he called that? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
look
On
pretty
Monty?
soft to me. Look pretty soft to
Yeah.
me.
Look at Jimmy. Jimmy. He's getting some power plays drawn against him. We used to have, when I finished my career in Ottawa, there used to be in the training room a sheet of the list of game by game and then totals of how many penalties you drew.
Mm-hmm.
Like just a
The Bob
sheet by
Ross board.
itself in there. I swear, like it's like I don't know if it entices you to dive or whatever, but remember this guy Marty Havlat?
Mm-hmm.
Marty Havlat, yeah, he was so fast and he drew a lot of penalties. I'm not saying he was a diver, I'm saying, but
All right. Number 30 for Kale right here, and the Avs win the game. 100%.
yeah. And from the last two shots, I would say shoot.
He's out of position. No stick. Oh,
Charlie won that one back. Won the tip that was a bit high. A bit high.
there was a gap up there.
I don't
He's
mind
mad
that.
at himself.
So
He's mad at himself. You're right.
yeah, but hey, it was a bit high. And sometimes you get gun shy when it gets to be high because you're like, oh, it's gonna be a high
Yeah.
stick. So you kind of like you hesitate. Those guys are so good at tipping, but when it gets to be like whistling high like that, you're like, sometimes you're like, I don't want to kill the play, right?
Kind of a weird unit. Just no Lecky, I guess, is what's weird about it. Coil instead.
Or
Ooh, broken
sometimes you
stick.
just want a right shot.
Yeah, I mean they have Nelson too, but
Yeah. No, but sometimes you want a right shot. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
Marty is a right shot, right?
Just put Mac in the bumper then.
Yeah.
See how he likes it.
Yeah. Way to go. Good battle there. Good job. Oh, he misses back in.
Drop it to Kale. I just want Kale to get 30. I don't really care about anything else. Yeah! Let's go!
30. Oh my God. You celebrated more than he did. Oh, that was funny. It's funny how Mac just got away from that guy. Like it looked like nothing. That's scary. Oh my God. Watch how Mac just gets away from the dude. Not there, but before. I mean, does he get through? I mean, scale, but
Should I
he
post
doesn't
it
even
or you
celebrate. Look at him. He's embarrassed. He's like, oh God, I got 30. I'm scared. Like, oh my God, I'm going to be all over ESPN.
Tiff's too busy being muted to talk to me.
30.
All right, I got it. I got it.
Best player on the planet. Not a big deal. That's a no-no, Tiff. 37.4. I repeat, 37.4. Giving up a goal. No. Soft penalty. Yes. Make him pay. 30-30.
All right. How much more fun has this game been as opposed to that Chicago game?
The only thing I don't like is your 6-5 prediction.
I'm looking pretty decent right now, buddy.
I'm already out of it with 4-3, but you're 6-5. I'm like, oh God. Oh God. Kale's turning red. He's like, please, no cameras, please. Bubba Bork, Kevin Hatcher. That year, Kevin Hatcher, I swear to God, they had Sylvain Cote, and Callie Johansson. I think they had 29, 29, and one at 30. Like 3Ds on Washington. Like it was crazy.
Must be nice.
It was unreal.
Who is Coffee the closest to 50? He had
Bobby
like
get
48
50?
one year, right?
Bobby Orr didn't get 50?
Did he? He might
Really?
have. Obviously, that was before my time. Let's see. I'll find out.
Again, I'm not that old either, but I'm just saying.
Nope. At 46, not 50.
Ryan, Ozo at 23 run. Yes. Ozo was the man. Can I tell Ryan the story of Ozo at the airport like in 10 seconds?
Yeah, we're at intermission. You're good.
Ryan, Ozo, one of my favorite teammates of all time. They win the cup in '96 and they party for a couple days. Anyway, he had a brand new Mercedes, like convertible, and he was going back to Latvia. So he drove back to the airport at DIA and he was late for his flight to Latvia. He didn't know what to do. So he went up to departure, left the keys in it, parked the car, walked right in, flew out to Latvia. I mean, who does that? I don't know. I would be like sweating. So the office in August got a phone call, like you're talking about a few months later, saying, "Hey, we traced this car. It's at the pound, and we're assuming it's Ozolinch from you guys." And so they call them. They're like, "Hey, your car's at the pound." He's like, "Yeah, I was late for my flight, so I just left my car at the airport, like right into the departure level, and I don't know." Oh, thank you. I guess it was at the pound. So yeah, that's how Ozo thought. No, carefree, man, carefree. Freaking $100,000 car, whatever. Just left it right there. He's like, they'll do something with it.
Must be nice to be that
Freaking
rich.
Ozo. Ozo's the best though, because Crow never played him. If we were
Yeah,
up by
yeah,
a goal, this guy, I look in the stats, he played 12 minutes a night. If you're up by a goal, like he'd be untying his skates on the bench, undoing his tape, and he'd be like, "Okay, guys, come on," because he didn't play if we were up. Only played if we were even or down.
yeah. Needed a goal.
It's crazy. It was nuts.
All
That was,
right,
that
I
was the
gotta go clean
best.
up my wings, chat. We're
Yeah,
gonna
me
take
too.
our break. We'll be back in like 10 minutes.
finally, my wife said, "Hey, honey, but at least you played well." And so I didn't say anything, and then I kind of looked at her and I was like, "What'd you say?" She's like, "Well, I know you guys lost, and you're a team player, and I know you guys got killed, but hey, I thought you played really well, honey." All right. Well, here's a funny little story. So, God, I'm going to say early 2000s, playing for the New York Rangers, MSG, world's most famous arena, the blue shirts, Broadway. It doesn't get any better than that. I tell you, folks, it was so fun to play for the Rangers. What a unique experience. And anyway, so one of those nights, it's like a January night, and we were struggling as a team, the New York Rangers that year. We didn't fare too good. We had a very high payroll, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. We just couldn't just it just couldn't come together as a team, and for me personally too. It was not a very good season, so I was struggling. I was trying to hang on. I was desperately trying to stay in the league, and anyway, one of those nights. I want to say it was Tampa Bay. And we had a tough night. The old pesky Rangers lost. I want to say it was 8-1. It was a drubbing. It was bad. We didn't touch the puck. It was awful. And same thing. When the game ends, obviously I was married, and my wife Jill of 25 years, was at the game, and so after the game at MSG, you got to walk a little bit and go towards the green room to pick up your family. At the time, we had no kids, and so anyway, I was just walking there, and I was really, really mad, to be honest with you. I didn't talk to anybody, just put my suit on and went down to the green room, picked up my wife, and said, "All right, let's go." Well, right, like I said, I didn't say a word. I just kind of nodded at her. We're out of here. And at MSG, it's a little complicated because it is, obviously in Manhattan, and then you have to go across the street, and then the parking garage is over there that the players use, and it's hard, it's complicated. It's like a valet system, and it takes forever. So again, that night was nothing different. It took forever to get the car. So you're talking a good 20-25 minutes by the time I picked her up in the green room, walked all the way to the parking garage, got in the car. We lived in the city there, not too far from MSG, and so there's a lot of traffic in New York City. If you've never been there, it's a little unique, it's a little crazy. So we hit a few lights, and finally my wife said, "Hey, honey, but at least you played well." And so I didn't say anything, and then I kind of looked at her and I was like, "What'd you say?" She's like, "Well, I know you guys lost, and you're a team player, and I know you guys got killed, but hey, I thought you played really well, honey." And I looked at her, and I was in disbelief. And what I said to her after that, we still talk about it. Like, you're talking about 30 years later, but I looked at her and I said, "Honey, I was a healthy scratch. I was not dressed for this game." And that's why I was mad, because I was a healthy scratch. And her face was unbelievable. She felt so bad that she had no idea that I hadn't played, that was not dressed. But I tell you one thing, it was one of the best nights after that. We laughed, and that's what I needed. Just put things in perspective. And, I kind of left everything there at work. I didn't bring work home, and it was fun. And, we went out to eat, and I had a smile on my face, and that's exactly what the doctor had ordered. And but I tell you one thing, she won't live that one down, and she still doesn't. See, we're still talking about it. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. Love my wife, but at a hockey game, she had no idea. She never looked at anything. She never looked at what was going on. All she did was sit in the stands and talk with the other ladies and her friends and whoever was in town, and she never realized that I was never dressed.
Unmuted.
All right. You want to do some fun statistics? E. Did you know that Cale Makar has the second highest goals per game rate of any defenseman in history?
Oh,
With a goal tonight, he moves ahead of Potvin for goals per game. He's also ahead of guys like Coffey and Bork and McInnes. Still behind Bobby Orr by a lot, but you know. He's also one of 3 defensemen over a point per game with at least 200 games played. Kid's pretty okay.
best player on the planet.
By the way, he's only
This
26.
is crazy.
All right, so what would it take? Because Makar has a 2-point night going. He would have to
How would it take
score.
for what?
If he can get one more point tonight, he just needs 2 points a night for the last 5 games to hit 100.
Doable.
I mean, sure. Just needs another 6-point night, and he'll make it.
That's crazy.
Well, with that second period, my review's happening in the morning. Sorry, chat. Game's already at 8 goals, and the third period hasn't even started yet. P.S. Columbus knew, by the way. Sylvie's mad.
Come on, boys. Close it out.
Ooh. Hang on, let me enhance the picture. Surely
Oh,
nothing crazy will happen in this period, and it'll be a perfectly normal hockey game now.
huh. course, your scoreboard watching. Somebody on chat was just talking. Forgot the name. Sorry. Yeah, Marco there. Ottawa won. Montreal's winning. You would think Columbus is going to push hard here. I mean, you have no choice. You have to scoreboard watch when there's like 5, 6 games left. And they know. They know on the bench. Don't worry about that. It's not like, oh yeah, we got time, guys. We'll wait till next game. It becomes out of your hand after a while when you fall behind, right? So
Yep.
you're not in control of your destiny. So the cat. Oh, give him the win there on the draw. Give him the win. I don't think they will, but he's my cat. I would give it to him. Billy Bang Bang. Sillinger's
Yep.
dad, one of my funniest freaking guy ever. He was so funny. I love getting traded.
Tasmania. Yo. What? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I've just never seen a fan from Tasmania from before.
That's cool. No, I was saying Sillinger got traded so many times. His dad, oh my God. They call him Suitcase. He was the best. So funny. But he loved being traded because he could use his material. You know what I mean? Like his jokes, like,
Yeah,
oh,
same jokes,
new
brand
audience.
new.
Yeah, new audience. It's great. It could have been Pelly there on Keaton, no, in front of the net.
Yeah, definitely could have been.
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't know. I've seen people like. Well, Cosmic, he's saying Killa getting more ice. Of course, you got, two big pieces out, right? So you get thrusted in different, you know, on the power play, at different ice. I mean, like I tell you guys, like Charlie hasn't really produced when everybody's been in the lineup, but there's a reason for that. He hasn't really been, I'll use his words, like deployed in those offensive situations, so you can
Yep.
still impact the game in different ways. And that's what Charlie's done since he's been here. And that's why the Avalanche have a big winning record since, Coyle and Nelson and Lindgren that we're looking at right now. But like I say all the time, like it's a privilege to be on the power play, and you shouldn't take it for
Oh yeah.
granted. I don't care who you are, so because that's where you get points, right? I mean, let's not kid ourselves. That's where you pad your stats, so to speak, right? An important part of the game, obviously, the power play, but
Kale ain't getting 30 without the power play, that's for sure.
exactly. I mean,
So Ottawa and Montreal both won. Not good for Columbus.
no, that's
Oh, okay, why not? Sure, 6-5. Let's get there, baby.
he's having a hard time in net to find pucks, man. Elvis,
Yeah. Yeah, he's not tracking
no,
it
man,
at all.
Elvis is like, you call that tracking? There's no tracking there. Again, there's traffic. Like he's doing the dirty little things, right? Awesome. Taves puts it on that. Missed the net. I'm not taking anything away from the good things. You win the
I mean,
face off, right? Little things, right?
that's
But
not particularly special. He's just so slow to get across and in position for that.
that's my point.
Yeah.
It's more like he's not finding anything.
Yeah.
I don't take anything away from the Avs. Not what I'm saying. But I mean, you're trying to win and stay in. I mean, I would do that again. I mean, they're not stupid. See, they're just gonna throw anything on net right now.
Oh yeah, they know.
Like boom on net. There you go. Well, good save there. What was he doing there? Did he pull a Patrick
Third point
Watt?
for McCarr, by the way. 90 points on the season for McCarr.
Nice. What was Elvis doing there? He threw his hands like this. Was he like? Was the
Yeah,
crowd like? Again, we have it on mute.
I don't know.
Was the
Yeah,
crowd cheering because he made a save and he was like, "Hey," you know what I mean? Like a Patty Watt against Detroit. I
yeah.
don't know.
The Bronx cheer a little bit there.
I don't know because it's on mute like you, so I don't know. But
Yeah, same.
it was weird. Or did he have some snow on his glove and he was trying to? I mean, I don't know. I just never seen that. There you go, big fella. Dante, former Terrier. Dante Fabro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know. Scoring in the third period of a Sega Baba. I love it. I mean, remember we talked about it. Was it last night on the pod? Like, Makar's going to play good because he's playing against Werenski, right? You know what I mean? Werenski,
Yep.
people say, oh, it could be a finalist. And Kale always rises to the
It's
occasion. Cream
it's
always
not.
rises to the top.
I mean, I think Borensky probably deserves to be a finalist, but it is over. The Norris Trophy conversation has been over, and now it's over. Kale McCarr
All
is
right.
winning it.
Lane's got the Calder. Okay, great. It's over there too.
I think you're right. Unfortunately, I want it to be Celebrini, but I think
I know
Lane's
I'm
going to
right.
get it.
Um, yeah. Coach of the year, I don't know. Marty St. Louis. I mean, it's always about someone
It's
that,
got to be him or Carberry, right? It's got to be.
tell you this Carberry must do a good job, man. I don't know him, but those guys are loose. They're having fun. Come on, Miles. Good play.
Okay.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He made the right play at the start of the blue line. He was not stubborn. He got it deep. Freaking awesome. Good for him. Oh yeah, he's out now. Yeah.
It only took
Oh no,
7.
he broke his stick. Yeah. No, I think he broke his stick. He pulled a
Beautiful
Georgiev,
little,
I think.
beautiful little pass from Coyle too.
Charlie's got 3 points tonight. Not a big deal. I think the cat gets one there too, doesn't he? I think he breaks his stick there, and that's why he just kind of the shoulders go down. Oh, I didn't know. Oh God, he blamed his D's there. Oh God, that's not a good look. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see the body language?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
buddy,
Tarasov's coming
that
in,
was
so
not. Yeah, that wasn't good. The body language was not good.
we know a goalie that used to blame his D's a lot.
No, I know. Oof, that is not good. Good for Miles. Way to go, kid. Ought to work.
7 goals from 7 guys for the Avs, by the way.
Dean Evison, he was tough, guys. Just so you know. Woof. Like two-way player, and he was freaking tough. He had that
Tougher
look
or
on the
less
bench there. I
tough
don't know if
than
he was
Dave
just
Nansen?
well different. This guy was more like a pit bull. You know what I mean? Where Dave Manson was like, you didn't know what was coming. You know what I mean? Like Dave was psychotic. Like he was like, phew. This guy was more a pit bull. Like you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
kind of look like, for example, Max Domi out there. Kind of that shape. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
bulldog. Oh, he played hard. I agree. A defensive D trophy should exist. Like Adam Foote would have won it like 8 times.
Ooh.
Up to end St. Louis's win streak Saturday. Absolutely, AJ. That'd be awesome. Blue Christmas. It was a 6-shot lane. I agree. You know what? He did the right thing. 10 seconds before the goal. It's like he didn't throw a cross-ice pass. He didn't. He got it deep. Cat helps him. Charlie makes the play. Key number 2 today. Go below the goal line. Make some play. Create something. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
it. That's a great example of how you do it right there.
Avs are a good team and all, but pretty tough. It's a pretty tough loss for Columbus. They really needed this win to stay in the playoff race
Yeah.
against an Avs team on a travel Sega Baba where they had to travel same day even. Turnaround is like an 18-hour difference between the end of the game to the start of this one, and
Oh,
Columbus
and trust
just
me, you
fell
know
apart.
it. You know it. You know it
Yeah,
because after the game you have regrets. You're like, guys, that was a tired team. What are we doing?
yeah,
That's our best. Come on. And you have regrets a little bit. And you can't because there's only so many games left, right? You know what I mean? So you can't give up. You fought all year, tooth and nails. So you have to be able to let it go. But this one hurts. There's no question about it. And if Montreal ends up winning, and we all know Ottawa won, and I mean
yeah.
and then the Rangers won last night, and who else is in there? There's like 18 teams in there. So
The only team that's losing is Detroit in that race.
yeah,
I guess
it's
the
just
Islanders.
tough.
The Islanders are collapsing as well.
Yeah. Like Duclair, I guess he left today or something like that. Patty called him out, and
Yeah, I saw Patty call them out.
then he left the team, and he's gone. I don't know. His Fantilli's
He
good,
saw
huh?
Duclair's. That's kind of always followed him, hasn't it?
Yeah, what's weird about that is obviously he got that longer term deal, right, with the Islanders. There's a reason for that. Patty had him in juniors. So Patty's
Yeah,
very familiar with him. So I'm not sure, like I said, not saying anything about I don't know. I'm not privy to the information, but all I'm saying is, you know, Patty gave it to him yesterday, and today he's, you know, stepping away
yeah.
from the team. So I don't know. I don't know. Not
BC
blaming
hurt his
anyone, just
hand there. Looks like he caught it on the knuckles.
he's fine. Fingernail. It's like I'm losing a tooth as well. Tip of the fingers like hurt. I don't know why. It's so weird. Like
Just
sometimes
so
just
many
gets
nerves
jammed.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Gets jammed and then you're like a thing like that won't keep you out. It just nags. It's
Yeah.
just annoying. The heat of the action, like adrenaline and everything, you don't feel it. But like on a practice day, it's like, oh God, it just hurts you because there's no adrenaline really pumping. Oh, same shot there, the glove. I don't know why I can't catch it today. Well, I'll tell you
Look,
one
man.
thing, Columbus, they put people in the crease though that like it. You know what I mean? Like
Sure. I
they're trying to get greasy.
If you're gonna have your goalie have an off game, do it in a game where you score 7.
Yeah. I gotta get a cat go.
Get his
Well,
stick yeeted. Ooh, not confident, Brackley.
Borowski's
He makes the save and then he's just not confident.
hey, he's fine. That's okay. He's fine. That's all right.
Yeah,
You know,
like I said, I
he
would
knows it.
rather it was
It's all
2,
right.
but so far he gave up the third and then he hasn't given up another one. It hasn't been pretty, but he didn't let it get out of hand the way Columbus let it get out of hand.
I agree. I agree. Charlie's got 3 points tonight. Charlie.
Yeah, McCarr's got
Charles.
3. Charlie's got 3. Mac has 2, I think. No, Mac has 3 too. Must be nice.
Wasn't Kucherov breathing? Does Kucherov have
Oh,
anything
there it
tonight?
is.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's the tip of the finger, so that's okay. I mean, that's the best part you can look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a
Tampa
pain
only
in the
scored
butt, but
1
it's
goal tonight, so Mac's got the point
all
lead.
right. So yeah, yeah, Jimmy. Then it's the tip of the finger. Like that's the best case scenario. It's all right. I mean, like I said, it's a pain in the butt, but he ain't leaving. Yeah, exactly. You're not leaving for that. It would not hinder you from playing. Like if they were playing tomorrow, it's just annoying. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to get in the lineup, and those are little annoying things.
I mean, I think it's fair to say Blackwood has not played very well tonight. Even when he's made the saves, it's pretty clear he doesn't look very comfortable in that right now. Again, if you look at the month, he's been a above average goalie in the month of March, but tonight he hasn't been very good. Better than the other guy, though, by a whole lot.
I agree. I didn't think Elvis was good. And again, doesn't take away from the Avs doing the little things like Lecky screening the guy and putting pucks on net and all that stuff. But you can't say he had a good night. Elvis, like Mac right there, was not a good puck reception on his blade in the center ice there.
No.
It was like, oh my god. I was like, oh boy.
I was going to look something up, but I forget what it was. Manson is skating on his own. That's all we really know about it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Post deadline, certainly at forward, this has to be one of the deepest teams in the league. It's pretty much them and Dallas
Oh,
at forward for forward depth.
for sure.
Even Lindgren firing away here. It's starting to look more and more like it's going to be the Habs that get that last spot, but
Yeah, for sure.
woo, baby.
All
Life
right.
is good. Life is good.
Baby.
I got a burp, chat. We got
Oh my
there.
God. Gross. I get offended easily.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game that you're kind of waiting for. The Avs played a couple of iffy ones. Tonight's the night where they showed up, said, "Nah, it ain't like that," and now you go back to not worrying about this team at all.
Absolutely. You know they can score. We know that. I want them to score dirty. I feel that they scored dirty a little bit tonight. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you took advantage of a
the Nelson goal is off
like
of
bad goalie tonight. You can't. I mean, you know.
for sure, for sure.
I mean, he missed the boat tonight. Elvis missed the boat. He'll be. I mean, well, if he doesn't want to
Yeah,
admit it because he wants to blame his guys like he did on that, that's on him. That's not us. But I think you kind of know as a team, like, but you did the right things to score seven. You know, and
yeah.
Druin's out of the lineup. Netchus is out of the lineup, and then you're like, oh, so it gives opportunities for others, and that's why it's great. You
Mm-hmm,
know,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's
and
why
I
Charlie
always tell you
Coyle has a
guys,
3-point night.
there's. But that's I tell you guys all the time, right? There's good ice and there's shit ice. You know, when you're given shit ice, like it's tough to produce. It just is, you know. But when you're given good ice, like, you know, that's good. But the Avs are deep. And that's why they're able to, because I don't think it's anything serious with Natchez, Marty Party. Um, but I don't think it's um oh, Middleton wasn't too sure there. He's like, oh God,
Should I
7-3,
skate to the
Olivia's there. He's
box?
like, oh, and I'm not saying he probably fought him in the minors, so you know what I mean. But Olivia knows I was not like he's a fair guy. He's not. This guy's disappointed. I mean, that's a big game for them tonight. It's a big game for them.
Is Dallas the Avs for sure round one? Not for sure, but it's very likely. The Avs are almost
Yeah.
certainly the 3 seed. There's a chance Dallas catches Winnipeg, though. What's the score of that game right now? Let me look, actually. Dallas is currently beating Nashville 2-1 in the third. If Winnipeg loses and Dallas wins tonight, that chase gets interesting. I mean, Dallas and Winnipeg play each other on the 10th, right? So basically, the winner of that game is likely to end up with the 1 seed in the Central.
Oh my God, didn't even think about the Kale goal. Yeah. I'm talking to Tiff here, but do it right after.
Who should be the third star tonight, chat?
Elvis?
No.
But for the Avs. You help the Avs out.
All right, we'll do it this way.
Jack, Jack, Jack. Oops. Oh, don't step on it.
Excuse me. All right. The work for post game is done. I can chalk with chat some more. Yeah, again, with the game where Dallas and Winnipeg play each other is basically the primary factor. The winner of that game is in the driver's seat to win the Central. It's also, nothing says Dallas can't win 12 games in a row, but with tonight, they're on a 7-game winning streak. So that's the type of stuff it would take for Dallas to catch Winnipeg. It's a crazy long winning streak. just so tough at the top, man. Dallas will be on a 7-game winning streak and will have picked up 2 points on Winnipeg in the last 10 games. It's just so hard to gain on teams.
Yeah. When teams are winning, yeah. Oh, Jimmy was not drafted by the Avs. He was drafted by Nashville.
And then he went the college UFA route anyway. So,
Yeah. Signed with the Rangers.
yep. Dude, Nashville not being who they were hyped up to be was just so predictable. I didn't think they'd be this bad, but
Oh, I
I
didn't
knew
see it.
I knew they weren't the hype train everyone thought they were in the off season. All right, get one more. Avs 8-3 is kind of the same as 6-5, right? It's 11 goals either way.
Eric, was I being negative yesterday about tomorrow? I just said it's a tough game. It is a tough game. That's why it's a great win. I didn't say it was a guaranteed loss. I've never guaranteed the Avalanche should never count them out.
I mean,
But it's a fact.
if they
It's a
played
tough
the
back to
way
back
they
when
played yesterday, today it was a guaranteed loss, but
yeah.
they didn't play anything like they
Yeah.
did yesterday.
No, but I mean I wasn't negative yesterday about the Avs. I just said it's a tough back to back.
I know, so you
It's a
caught them
fact.
there,
I
huh?
mean,
Yeah.
you last night. It was you're still at the rink. It's midnight, 1 o'clock. You play the next night on a different time zone. That's actually going the other way. It's a fact. It's a tough night. And then they had some playing trouble. And I said, you're going to be facing a hungry team in Columbus. We just didn't see it tonight, right? I mean, you can't say Columbus played the great, but again, the Avalanche played good. So there's a reason why Columbus didn't wasn't the better teams because the Avalanche were there. And there's always an opponent, right? But I would have thought that Columbus would have come out with more fire tonight, especially with Rangers winning last night and scoreboard watching tonight. That that those games are played ahead of you a little bit, and they're winning, and that's why. I never said the
What
Avalanche are going to lose. I said it's the tougher opponent than the Chicago Blackhawks,
that
but
said gets
no,
Blackwood
not
back to a
once.
900, by the way.
Yeah, just staying exactly lane. I was just saying it's concerning in the sense that tomorrow's a tough night. It's a tough game, and it meant tonight. It was. And if you think it was, and that's why it's remarkable because it was a tough game to play in. That's for sure. Especially when the other team's waiting for you in a fight of their lives. So if I was a betting man, I would have bet a very tight game. I would have bet, like I said, 4-3 before the game. And I said good guys, but you're hoping it's the good guys. But
I think you probably would have been right if Elvis didn't just completely fall apart.
well,
But
yeah, there's that too. You know what I mean? So again, they did the right things. I'm not taking anything away from the Avs there. That's our team. That's the team I love. That's not and they were the better team tonight by far. So no questions asked. They were.
nice stick. Ooh, that came out. Yeah. Where'd all the guys calling him forward go?
Oh, the goalie, I love it.
Remind me never to let you caddy for me, chat. You guys called for the 4 wood when it was a 3 wood.
I know. Georgiev was back tonight, like in the chat. I was dying. We are in good shape with the big fella. He's going to be fine. He is fine. Here's the cannon. Oh my God, I start choking when I see that cannon. It just scares you to death if you've never heard it. People like pass out right by there. They're like, oh my God. Yeah, it resonates in the press box. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to look up. All right, I'll save it for the post game, but I still want to know. Easy game, chat. This was a fun one. I appreciated it a
Yep.
lot. We're going to go talk about it on a fun post game where we get to talk about a bunch of milestones. The Avs technically clinch a playoff spot with this game. Super fun.
Nice.
We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes over on the post game stream. Come join us for that. We'll see you over there.
We all silly like the mayor. We all silly like the mayor.